Well, Dallas, it's time to prove if you really are for real now, that you really are back and playing at the caliber of football that we were expecting at the first of the year. Or if the past two games were just because we played really bad teams and no matter how we played, we would be able to blow them out. Dallas Cowboys this Sunday go to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers at Heinz Field, one of the top teams in the league. I believe they're like third in the power rankings right now. And this is where it's going to show to me and a lot of people if this Cowboys team is back. Last week against Seattle, we dominated, especially on the defensive side of the ball. Pass coverage wasn't as great, but the pass rush was. DeMarcus Ware had like 7 sacks, and that's not counting the other guys. Straight up beasts, and great job by all of them. But that was against the Seattle Seahawks. And a win is a win. I understand that. But now we're trying to evaluate how we stack up against the top-tier teams in the NFL. Can we bring that game on the road against a very good opponent? Now, the Pittsburgh Steelers have a great defense. They've been getting after the quarterback, and really, I mean, Polamalu has been just lighting people up. You saw what he did last week to Wes Welker. And that's the Steelers mentality that lights you up. And if you catch the ball, punish you for it. I'm interested to see how these Dallas receivers respond. We're really going to see how Roy Williams can impact this team with Romo in there against a good team. See if he can still get his catches. And hopefully, you know, I'm not sure about Barber's situation. I heard about his toe. I'm not sure if he's still going to be able to play. We're going to need him, though, because we're going to need to have a strong back to take care of these very physical linebackers. Not just run the football, but to help to protect Romo. Because Tashard Choice, I like the guy, but he's a rookie. So you can't expect him to know all the blitz packages or to pick him up as well as Marion Barber does. Marion Barber is one of the best blocking running backs that we got. I mean, I just like to watch him block sometimes and those linebackers coming through the hole up. And also with Romo, and we've seen, and people keep, you know, they always like to dog Romo or whatever and say that, you know, he's not that good. And I know Shango talked about it, and I almost agree with him a little bit. For the first of the season, it was Romo the worst player on our offense at his position, you know, compared to the other guys on the offense. And it wasn't jacking Romo. It was like, how good is this offense, and is Romo the least? I think that's flipped. I think you see that Romo, and I was agreeing with Shango. I thought, you know, T.O. was probably the best wideout. Jason Witten was a better tight end than Romo at quarterback. Right now, no. I really think that Romo has really, I mean, his absence has been sorely missed, and when he comes back in, you see it's a completely different team. So now he's going to get his shot to beat a really good team and to put himself in a really good position. These Dallas Cowboys are in a really good position at really getting this wild card berth. All right. And I do think the Eagles will beat the Giants. I'm not saying that because I don't want the Giants to win the East, because the Giants are going to win the East. I just have a gut feeling the Eagles are going to win. But we have Pittsburgh. Then next week we have the Giants at home. That is 2 of the toughest games you could ever want to have back-to-back. Then we have at home against Baltimore, at Philly. None of those games are easy wins. I will say the last 2 games, Dallas will be favored. Not by a whole lot. Not saying that they're just gimme games. But Dallas will be favored in those last 2 games. We will be underdogs this week and more than likely next week. If we get the spread next week, it's only because we're at home. The Giants have showed nothing right now that they're letting up. I can't talk trash to the Giants right now. Their team is playing excellent right now. But Dallas is coming along. But I will say, and I want to say this to a lot of people who kept making fun of Romo about his pinky. Saying, oh my God, he's got his pinky hurt. Oh, he doesn't want to play. And one of the things I kept saying was, look at Brady Quinn. He hurt his index finger, and he's still playing. There's a difference between toughness and stupidity. I would rather my quarterback, Tony Romo, sit out for 3 games where we struggle and we go 1-2, and we look like crap, and have him for the rest of the season. Brady Quinn went in there was being tough. He's out for the season. So I don't understand what you guys are talking about. That's your throwing hand. I understand the pinky may not be the most important finger on your hand. But if that gets any more damage, it's done. It's over. So I would rather a guy use his head and say, look, I want to play. You know Romo's a competitor. I want to play. But it would help my team more if I let this thing heal so I can be there for the home stretch. So all you idiots out there making fun of Romo about the pinky and saying, look, Brady Quinn, a young guy, is tougher than he is. No, that was stupid. Now he's done for the year. Romo and the Dallas Cowboys organization made the right decision. They did make the right decision in getting a quality backup quarterback before the year started, as I talked about, getting Chris Sims or someone of that caliber. But we got him back now. You can see those plays that he makes, those bombs of TO that he throws. They can't, not because Johnson can't make those throws. All of those were two guys, defensive ends coming off the outside. He steps up into the pocket, avoids the rush, makes the throw. That's why we like Romo. That's why when Romo's on the field, we have a chance to beat anybody. And with this defense looking like they're coming back to life, we'll see how they are this coming 2 weeks. This team can really make a run at it. And I expect them to make a run. I look for Dallas to light up this great Pittsburgh defense. I really think this Dallas Cowboys team is really going to put it on offense. We'll see how the defense holds up. Getting after Roethlisberger, who's a big quarterback and hard to get down. He's a great quarterback, too. He knows how to play. How about them Cowboys? Huge week this week. Biggest game this Sunday, Dallas at Pittsburgh. Can't wait to see it. How about them Cowboys?